20. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I love this guy.
Look at the size of this motherfucker. Holy
this
shit!
is yeah.
Hey, that's AI.
That can't be real. Is that AI? Is that picture AI?
No,
that one right there.
Okay, that's real.
Oh my!
This is
God.
real. This is real.
I don't know, Jamie. That might be real. He might just be pumped.
Levon
Yeah,
is the pinnacle. Okay, we scanned him too, and surprise, he's a weirdo also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the size of that motherfucker.
He's in Little Rock in 2 days.
In Little Rock, Arkansas?
Yeah.
Where's he live right now?
Georgia.
Georgia, the country.
There's so many weirdos that come from Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, proportionally, their strength is not normal. Levon is nobody has beat this guy since 2017. He has absolutely flattened the field, okay? Like,
he's so hairy too.
Oh.
He looks like a primitive man. He looks like a science project. Look at the fucking size of that guy. Oh my God.
smart guy. Cool,
I bet.
Very cool guy. I absolutely love Levon. He has beaten the piss out of me at every opportunity.
Well, he's so big.
Yeah,
dude.
he is. He is so big, and he's so good. He's like, he grew up in the trenches arm wrestling. Okay, he's not one of these guys who came in. He made his way through the world championships. Yeah, he hasn't lost in 10 years, man.
And so does he do different stuff than you do?
He does. A lot of the guys have different formulas. Okay, Levon does a lot of pull-ups, really heavy ones. And he does a lot of really heavy curls. This is the base, but he does all the same. Like, we do all the same exercises, just different formulas.
Now, when you hear the best guy is doing things different than you,
Yeah.
what keeps you from doing what he does?
So we are all different.
Right? That's what he used to look like? That's crazy. Shout out to steroids. Shout out to all the scientists out there.
He's very young in that first photo.
Well, of course.
You know, he slowly evolved through the world championships to what he is today. Yeah, it's interesting when you see different champions, and I try and learn from everybody. I watch what everybody does. I see what they're doing. You have to also consider where your body's at. Okay, I can't do the things I did when I was 25.
Physically.
I just can't. I have, like I said, I've had surgeries.
But yet you can still arm wrestle.
Yeah.
So obviously you're very strong in these particular areas, and it's not holding you back at all. So what is holding you back? When you say injuries.
Well, arm wrestling is a big thing, okay? There's several things that you can kind of choose to focus on. Probably my biggest limiting factor is my elbow, because I've had multiple surgeries on it. I burn it out. Like, at the beginning of my career, I was more of a hook style arm wrestler. That's where, like, the primary kind of drive in the sport is the flexion of the wrist, and you're moving forward with your shoulder, and you're kind of trying to attack the person's arm more. But over time, my elbow just got broke down to the point where, I just don't have a lot of stability. Now, I continue to work on it, and quite honestly, my hooking now, this stability is probably pretty good. I think that we all as athletes do the best thing we think we can. And I think that the work that I do is very precise. Like, the way that Levon trains, and please, I don't like to criticize Levon. He's the best, okay? But egotistically and arrogantly, I'm going to say that my training's more precise than his. Okay, so I'm working on very precise angles where he's a sledgehammer at times. Like, I'm working on very fine angles through my wrist, a lot of pronation in my style, a lot of hand control, a lot of table time. Like, I'm doing a lot of skill-based training. Levon's base movements, his row, he's doing a 180 kilo curl.
Two hands or one hand?
Two, but that's
crazy.
But he's the amount of weight that he's wrist curling. I'm never going to get there. Okay, I'm never going to catch him there. Okay, I need to catch him through something smaller. Like I need to be able to, like a pit bull, like somehow nip onto like his fingertip and not let it go.
Because you're never going to be as big as him.
Probably not.
But do you think that it would benefit you at all to add size to get?
I try it for every single prep that I do. I'm trying in the super heavyweight division. I'm trying to get as big and strong as I can.
What do you weigh now?
Today I'm probably 265.
And so you're giving up a considerable amount of weight.
When I
with a guy
compete,
like that.
I can get up to 300. Okay, when I'm competing, and hopefully by the time I face him again, I'll be my biggest ever. I hope when I pull him, I'll be 310 or 320. You know.
And when you do that, what would you do to get that big? Would you add a bunch of weightlifting stuff?
No.
No. What would you do? Just eat?
Eat. Stay in my basement. You know. Yeah.
But he's doing all this other stuff. This is why I'm confused. Like, have you tried adding all those chin-ups and all the different things that he does?
I am very far down the road. I'm very, very far down the road. I've been doing this for like 32 years competitively. I've gone through so many systems. While it is incredible to have a great row, while it is incredible to have a great wrist flexion, while it's incredible to have great legs. Like I go to tournaments sometimes and my legs are sore. But typically the reason why you win and lose the match is very small things in the hand and the wrist. Like this is typically the failure point. So I just try and put everything into the most valuable pieces that I think is actually going to determine my victory. And look, apart from Levon, it's working. You know, this guy has raised the sport, you know, and I continue to chase him. I continue to try and beat this dude. You know, my wife.
Have you gotten close?
The first time he tore my bicep.
Oh, whoa.
You know, see that tattoo?
Uh-huh.
See, it's a cat with 415. I used to call him a 415-pound pussy. You know, in the work up to the match, I was teasing him. And in Georgian, it says Levon was here because he ripped it. Second round. So that was, the first time was a wash. The second time I pulled him, I stopped him. I stopped him round one.
What does that mean?
So a lot of times in arm wrestling, get everything straight, don't move, go, and to stop a match means there's no movement.
So no one's winning.
Nobody's winning.
And you don't just keep going to the death?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, but I got, like, if you look up the second time that I arm wrestled for round one, yeah, okay. So this is the last time I pulled him, which is 2024.
And when you say pulled him, it means you have a match with him.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So everything goes to the straps. And I'm telling you, like...
So is that what happens when the match doesn't work out and the hands slip away from each other?
Straps.
Do you guys put powder in your hands or anything?
Yeah. Yep. Use chalk, but... Yeah, this sport is a strap-based sport at this point. Like, rules are evolving in arm wrestling. It used to be, well, in some leagues still you get a foul if there's a slip, somebody's intentionally did it, or it's a neutral slip and then they go to the straps. But yeah, so we get to the straps, and this first round is the closest I've gotten to him. And in this match, I think he might have ripped my spine apart. Like, yeah, I couldn't walk properly for like 4 months.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm top rolling. I get into his wrist, and I'm just like, I'm in shock. I'm like, I can't believe. So I think I had the opportunity here to do a little bit more, like to seize the initiative, but I was in such shock that I got him to this point. You know, and then here we go. His wrist is starting to go, and so that's a flop wrist press, and I get a foul, okay, see my shoulder goes below the table. Uh-huh. This is called decline humerus, and it's a foul. You can't do that.
So you start from scratch when
well,
that happens?
I'm actually on my second foul, so that's a loss because I was being too much of an idiot in the setup, and they gave me a foul. And then from here on, he just runs me over.
So it's a loss? What do you mean?
So in arm wrestling, if you get 2 fouls, it's a loss.
So the match is over.
Match is over. But see, this is best of 7. So From here, he runs me over. But this is the closest I've gotten. Okay, we've practiced since then. We've gone on to. I'll probably practice with him this weekend. But I'm slated to pull this monster again. It's going to happen one more time for sure. It's what keeps me in my basement. It's
That
what
one guy.
This guy.
The size of that motherfucker.
He's awesome. Oh, he's a beautiful human. I love this guy. He's lifting the sport in terms of performance. You know, like he's so hard to deal with. Yeah, and that's it, man. It just gets worse. It just gets worse. But yeah, so I can still win in like the 115 kilo division, in the 105 kilo division. I think I've got those ones pretty much wrapped up. But it's the open, man, to be the best.
Yeah.
Regardless of weight.
That's so much weight to give up.
I know, but
You're giving up what, 135 pounds? Yeah.
But it's so cool to try. You know, it's so cool to try. And what he does is he cleans my life up. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't do all this.
Really?
No, I'd be happy being the champ. You know, but when you're not the champ, you're not happy, and you're going to do everything you can. So
even though you're a champ at your weight class, it's the open that haunts you.
Haunts me. Yeah, I've been there before. Like, so in 2008, I was actually I won against this legendary figure of the sport, John Brzenk. He's considered the greatest of all time. John Brzenk, basically for 40 years, from the time he was like 18 to like almost 60, okay? He went undefeated basically undefeated for like 25 years. Yeah. An American. This guy, super cool, okay? Different era. And you'll see the difference, okay? So you'll see that this sport has changed. Okay?
Can we pull him up?
John Brzenk. John Brzenk's the GOAT. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be there this weekend too.
And is he still competing?
John is not really competing, but he's just so tied into the sport. I think it's inevitable that he comes back, but...
How old is he?
He's like 60, 61 or... Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the man. This guy's the man. So, you know the movie Over the Top? Mm-hmm. So Sylvester, that's actually John. The tournament was real.
Really?
That was a real... The movie followed the tournament. And John is actually the guy who won it.
And John's not that big?
No, he's not.
How much does John weigh?
On a good day, on a great day, John's like 230.
Wow.
But when he was young and healthy, probably 195.
So when he was winning,
when he went 25 years around 210 pounds, beating every single person on the planet.
How?
He's awesome. He's awesome. John Brzenk. So John started arm wrestling when he was a kid with his dad, and he's one of the first guys.
Can we see him do it?
Yeah, I'm trying.
John's one of the first guys who arm wrestling has kind of evolved in its respectedness, okay, as a sport. I think if you went back like 40 years and you talk about arm wrestling, people would be like, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's go arm wrestle." And I'm going to get better by arm wrestling by doing pecs and glutes and, get my whole body strong. And John was kind of one of the first guys who was like, I'm an arm wrestler. I practice arm wrestling. I go to tournaments. I don't need to lift weights, okay? So he started young. The dude's thumb is probably like bigger than mine, and he's like, 6'1", 6'2". So he's to a certain degree built for it, but masterful technician.
So he doesn't lift weights?
No.
So all he did was arm wrestle to train for arm wrestling?
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
Right, so it gave this...
He's not a big guy.
No, he's not. That's a former Russian champion, Zauer. Actually, no, Zauer might be Georgian. He might have been Russian at this time, but he's a Georgian. Yeah, John's technique was way above everybody's. Way above. I remember coming up, I had heard about John Brzenk for years before I ever saw him because, it's pre-internet, right? John Brzenk, silently ruled the arm wrestling world for decades, pre-internet, pre all this stuff. And he went around the world beating all the monsters, and this is who I actually got the world title from. So I beat John in 2008 for the world title. And it looks very different now, you know? Like, so I was probably the last of the small super heavyweights.